Right, in the last video we looked at how if you change the transition to the beach, you change the transition to the wave. I know we talked about in the last video, if you take a steep transition to your beach, you find your wave comes in and will break very hollow and steep as that swell feels its way along the ocean floor.
Steeper transition, steeper wave. Hiya!
We also looked at if you take a nice soft transition to your beach, you'll find your wave comes through and breaks at a nice 45-degree angle. Again, as that swell feels its way along the ocean floor.
Crumbling wave.
But what I want to look at now is when you get to the beach and you've got combinations of transitions to beaches. And all beaches look the same, but they're not.
Okay, so when you turn up and you see a nice beach like this and you see sun and waves and think, yep, going surfing, just have a look at these sandbanks. When you see pockets of water forming on a beach like that, you know there's raised levels of sand. So you can see there's a sandbank there, sandbank running all the way along here, and then you can see these channels running in along behind it, called gullies.
You might find the beach that you go to has a nice soft transition to it here, only to fall away, creating what we call a channel or a gully, only to come up very steeply on the inside. What you'll find with this is as your wave comes in, it might break at a nice 45 degrees here and then reform, only to break very hollow and steeply on the inside as that swell feels its way through. On the other side to this, you might find you get a beach with a really steep transition out the back, which again falls away, creating a channel or a gully, only to come up very softly on the inside, which here what you'll find is as your wave comes through, you might be very hollow and steep out the back, only to reform as it hits this gully or channel, and then to break at nice 45 degrees as it hits that soft transition on the inside. These are the things you have to watch out for. With this one here, where you've got a soft transition falling away and coming back up into a steep transition, you find when you turn up at the beach, if the surf's not that big, you see these nice 45-degree breaking waves out here, and you think, that'll do me, I'm out there. But what you haven't noticed is this steep, heavy shore break on the inside, which when you get through it, actually leads into this channel or gully of water here, which you'll find where there's these channels and gullies, you'll get rips. So if you find you get through this treacherous shore break, all of a sudden as you come out to this channel or gully, you'll find yourself in a rip, and it's taking you forever to get yourself out to these nice soft waves out the back. Again, on the other side, what you might find is you turn up at the beach, you see the heavy waves out the back, and you think, I'm not going to bother with those. I'm going to stay on the inside and surf these nice soft waves on the inside. But as you go in and you start playing around in here, if you drift a bit too far out, you find yourself getting caught in this channel, this gully of water, getting caught in a rip, and it's seeming to take you away from these nice gentle waves, and you end up using a lot of energy trying to fight to get back to these waves, and after a while, all of a sudden, you might find yourself getting taken in a rip out to these heavier dumping waves out the back. So the key points to this is, when you're learning to surf, you want this nice soft transition, a nice consistent soft transition throughout the beach, so you get these nice soft waves, and try and stay away from the beaches with these steep transitions.
So you can see there it's uneven, comes up steep, drops away, and then comes up softly on the inside. Whereas if you follow the beach down to here, you've got a completely different architecture to the seafloor. So when you're learning, you don't want that, you want that. Flat versus uneven.
Yeah. But the things to watch out for is when you get combinations of transitions. Like I say, you turn up and you've got a steep transition on the inside and a soft transition out the back. Or vice versa, you've got this nice soft transition on the inside and a heavy steep transition out the back. So again, the main key point is knowing your environment. Don't think a lot of people can sometimes turn up at the beach and see sand and surf and think, yes, I'm going surfing. Because I'd like to say they all look the same, but they can be very different. They're a lot like fingerprints. They all look the same, but again, very different. So do your research. If you go into a new beach, if there's a local surf club, speak to them. If it's got lifeguards, speak to them, local surfers. But do your research, gather information about the beach you're going to surf. So like I say, key point is know your environment. Hope that was helpful.